Hey, what's up guys? It's Dave over at NutriSport. We this week are going to start our new series. I think something everybody's going to be interested in. Protein, within the supplement industry, and there's just tons and tons of protein products and tons of different variables in the protein game. The latest, there's been amino acid spiking, and there's different ways to filter protein and different ways to process and dry protein, and different types of protein. So a lot of information out there, and we're going to try to address a lot of it. First thing, let's kind of define what protein is. What is it? What does it do? I would say its basic function is tissue related. It's something that's going to help with tissue repair. It's going to help us to build muscle. Most tissues of the body are protein based. They're made of protein, so we need protein for a lot of different things besides building muscle. Enzymes are made of protein. Different protein products from gene expression obviously are protein based too. So protein's important. That being said, like I said, its function is basically tissue related or tissue maintenance. A lot of people take too much of it, especially in the protein business or the supplement business. I think people are taking too much, and if we take too much, all we're doing is just converting it into glucose. We're burning it, and again, that's not its primary function. We're trying to use it for tissue-related purposes. So, don't want to burn it. If we take too much, we could also just excrete it. We could lose it in urine, and again, that's not the goal either. So, its function, tissue-related purposes, period. What is it? Let's define it. Most people know what amino acids are. Amino acids are just basically building blocks for protein molecules. Individual amino acids that are bonded together form a protein. And a protein could be 2 amino acids long. It could be 50 to 60 amino acids long. It could be thousands of amino acids long. But characteristic of a protein, it is comprised of individual amino acids that are bonded or linked together to form a protein, or a peptide sometimes, as it's called in science. It's one of the 3 basic macronutrients, carbohydrate and fat being the other 2. And again, protein's function, tissue related, period. So that being said, good little background as far as like the introductory basics. Getting into the protein supplement portion. There's tons and tons of protein supplements out there. My God. I mean, even within my stores, there's many different proteins out there. We have good old whey protein. We have good old egg, albumin protein. We have soy. Now we have plant protein. A lot of the people that are trying to go plant-based are going with plant proteins, and they're actually pretty decent. We have different milk proteins like casein and caseinate. So a lot of different types of protein, tons and tons. Today, I want to just kind of define what makes a protein good or better than another one. What kind of determines quality of protein. And I always try to simplify. It's basically a one-word answer. What determines quality of protein? Absorption. We want that protein to absorb. If the protein doesn't absorb, we're not going to use it. And if it's not being used by the body, then obviously not really much of a benefit, and we're wasting our money. So bottom line, again, I want that protein to get into my body, and I want my body to use it. For instance, I want it to get to the muscle. I want it to be absorbed by the muscle, and I want the muscle to use it for repair and recovery, and then also as raw material building blocks to make new muscle tissue. Look at protein as wood. It's raw material, so you can make stuff. Most people are worried about making muscle, so obviously protein is a precursor and a necessary building block to build muscle. So quality, all determined by absorption. It's got to absorb in order to be used. If it's not used, we're wasting it. There's a nice little rating system called the biological value score that we use to kind of, like I said, rate or score protein quality. The higher the score, the better the protein, the better it's being absorbed, the better it's being retained and used by the body. The lower the score, well, the converse, the worse it's getting absorbed, the worse it's getting used, and more is actually ending up in the toilet as urine, or within the urine, I should say. So casein, for instance, a lot of people have heard of casein. Casein's BV, or biological value score, it's in the mid 70s, anywhere from like 74 to 77. Egg albumin has a score of 100, so a better quality protein compared to casein. And then our wheys, W-H-E-Y, whey protein typically is like 104 to 108 as far as its BV, its biological value. So that being said, back to what determines quality of one protein type over another: absorption, utilization, and a good way to kind of measure how much is being absorbed, how much is being used when it comes to protein is the biological value rating system. The higher the BV, the higher the score, and the better the quality, the better the absorption. So that being said, whey's got the highest BV value. It's going to be the most well absorbed, well assimilated, best used type of single protein. So that being said, what do you think the best protein is? It's whey. So that's kind of a good introduction. We're going to be talking about, like I said, tons of different issues relating to protein. Next topic will probably be, well, whey protein's the best protein. There are different types of whey protein, and we'll be explaining all the differences between, the different types of whey protein in upcoming videos. So that being said, thanks guys, I appreciate you listening. Any questions or comments or feedback, please let me know. I always appreciate it, and look forward to doing a few more of these. Thanks guys.